sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by one of the more mobile quarterbacks in the NFL. It's Tyrod Taylor.
There's so many attributes to Tyrod Taylor's game that we like. The mobility, a good, accurate arm, really has a good presence on the field. But one of the things that we really need to focus in on, his grit, his tenacity. He wasn't supposed to be the starter for the Buffalo Bills. He went out and earned that job with a stellar preseason.
Let's go!
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Second down following the run. Again, it's McCoy. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Here we go. 1, 2.
On 3rd and 1, it's Taylor. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the former Gamecock, Spencer Lanning, on to punt it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now Austin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Deshaun Kaiser, the former Notre Dame man, will lead his troops onto the field.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
This is Isaiah Crowell looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. To throw is Kaiser. Flushed out right. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Flex round.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jerry Hughes in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen. Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass.
Flex round. Flex round.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's Spencer Lanning now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right? In baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. The numbers for Crowell in last week's game. 9 carries, 112 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Again, it's Crowell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Escaping the pressure right. And some space here. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. A first down throw for Kaiser. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second down, Kaiser. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Boston, the man in motion left. Kaiser from the gun on third. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it fourth down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Spins by. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
I think that's about as good a 3-yard run as you're going to see. And he actually did with a little bit of flair, didn't he?
Now Taylor to throw on second down. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Christian Kirksey coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. They go play action now. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz points. They dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll go again to McCoy. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. On first down, it's Taylor. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a second down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And Matthews has it right side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Taylor to Matthews for the Buffalo first. Now Taylor on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jamie Collins. He's the one that finally runs him down, and that is a big, big loss. 18 yards.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, Taylor. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. The Bills on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Spencer Lanning now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over first and 10. The counter, it's Corral. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And this completes to Henry over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
They gave up a completion there, but this is what zone defense...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. D. Ford able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. Both the Browns and the Bills haven't had a reliable run game so far. The push up front has not been there, and you have to give credit to both defenses on that front. All right, let's get it going. Let's roll those first half highlights. 1st and 10. Taylor has got the completion here, and he ends up at the 49-yard line before he stopped on the play. Now 1st and 10. Collins got to get to the quarterback here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. Third down from inside the 40. Ford's able to zero in on the QB here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. So that'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Let's get you back up to Cleveland as we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. First down, Kaiser. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Second down now after the incompletion. Here's a give to Crowell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Kaiser. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And a nice spin into some open field. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one good for 33 and a first.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the Shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's going to have a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely. Now it's Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Second and goal now from the 8. Taylor with a give to McCoy. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Taylor will throw. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. D. Ford coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Kaiser to throw it. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Let's go.
10th carry now for McCoy. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Here's Spencer Lanning now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Austin. Good move at the 30. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Everyone's got 4 down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff to Crowell. Quick feet by Crowell. Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And the Bills getting set to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jamie Collins in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game, because no one can stand up to this week after week.
To throw is Taylor. Looking to throw on second down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. And it's brought in by Eric Decker. The 30. 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Eric Decker, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he is going to lose yardage here. But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
Now it's Crowell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll throw here. Kaiser eluding the pressure right. And he's got a noon one. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Kaiser on 1st down. Flush to his right. They find some open field here. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Come on, let's go! 190! 190!
They'll toss it to Crowell. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. To throw is Kaiser. He finds his man. It's Austin. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Kaiser. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Here we go.
And they're throwing here. Kaiser. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. To throw, Kaiser. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Uses the stiff arm. Here comes LaShawn McCoy as he trots back out there now. And the numbers show the improvement, and this is kind of what we thought we would expect to see from him. I know we overanalyze these things sometimes, but what switch? What's flipped that switch?
Sometimes I think when you're as great as he is, you just kind of roll out each game and expect good things to happen. And that's not always the case. Those guys on the other side of the ball, they're in the NFL too for a reason. So maybe at halftime he gets a chance to regroup, kind of get it back together, get a little extra resolve, and now he's putting it into practice.
Now Taylor with a draw to McCoy. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. Past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the 2-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Let's go. 1, 9.
He He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Myles Garrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to try and run for it. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Cleveland, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.